Next Wednesday from 5 to 7.
Yeah.
Larry Van Houten will be here for sure.
Yeah.
And I checked with Kathy again at the bank in Montevideo, and she will definitely be here to notarize or sign, signatures.
So each person's will state specifically to their property, I'm assuming. So why didn't we get a copy of that one then instead of this sample thing, so we'd at least have something to read before the 21st?
Well, see, this was just written up by Seth and our attorney.
Okay, well, I think you need to get a new attorney because it doesn't pertain to my property. And I'm sure as hell not gonna come up here on the 21st and sign something
Who's
when I'm
bringing
not
the
being
actual
specific.
easements?
Yeah.
Who's bringing the actual easements here? Or do you have them?
I've got the documents, yes.
You have the easements?
With your parcels on,
Yeah.
yes.
So
Right.
why aren't we getting copies
Right.
of that so we know how it's gonna
Yeah.
affect our property instead of getting some sample?
It must have cost a fortune for these
Well,
attorneys to write
the
up
sample
all the
copies that you got are copies of what I
Larry did all
have.
that down.
That shows what your parcel is.
No, this is not my parcel.
No, it's not.
No.
They all
No,
say
they're
home
all the
condition.
same.
Every one of them are the same.
So the information is wrong?
Yeah.
So you guys didn't get anything for your property
No.
whatsoever?
No, I got
Just-
this.
and
It
they want you to
says
sign
sample
the
set,
easement.
right at the bottom, it
Can I
says
see
sample,
that?
yes you may. It says sample. So it doesn't say specifically.
Everybody's is identical.
Oh, I'm following you. It's just one sample of what the documents are.
Right, but I'm not gonna
But
show
it's
you.
not showing your particular
I wanna know
parcel.
what is gonna happen to my property
Right.
that I own before I sign anything over to the city.
And how many years?
You know, and that's not on there.
No.
So why did I not get that? If you have that in your office, why did I not get that? For my property.
We have a complete now. We have a
See, no answer again. I know,
Donnie,
But I don't.
there is a deadline on this.
It's Larry's
It's a
house.
temporary construction
Larry's
easement
got it.
with a December 31st, 2011 deadline.
That's temporary.
Right,
But
temporary
there's also
easement.
permanent easements.
Yeah, there's,
Wherever.
I see it's permanent in one of the pages.
Plus, you know, it's photocopied on one page, you had to add an extra 17 cents to each envelope, you used an extra half a ream of paper without doing double-sided copies. Administratively, you need to cut some costs.
yeah.
You say that, but then you want us to send out a copy of the minutes with every water bill.
I didn't say that.
Well,
Watson's got money to burn.
no, actually
Well,
we
it's
don't,
supposed
that's
to,
why we're
it kills you
coming.
when you do things where you aren't
Well, but I
double-sided.
guess my question still hasn't been answered. If you
No.
have a copy of my property in the office of what's gonna happen to my property, why did I not get that copy?
Because they just sent me an example, so you have an idea what you're asking.
You said
You
you
sent
had
my
the copy.
copy
You
from my,
said,
it's in the
Yes,
office.
I've got them now. They were sent to me now, and I just got them in the folders today, yes. I have them now, yes.
Okay, well, then this meeting should have probably been moved back a week
Until we
so
get the
until we
stuff.
get that, so I knew
I
maybe.
guess the homeowner should be
Well, I
involved
think that's
instead
true,
of,
doesn't it? You got it?
Yeah.
Instead of us.
Yeah.
right.
Right.
I mean, I said,
Mine
right
could be
now
right
I
through my
do
garage.
have your individual
I
documents.
say mine could come right through the garage, I'm not sure.
When did you get them?
I got them now.
when did you get
Now
them?
is when now? What date?
Oh, last Friday I got them, but I still got some 3, 4 that I don't have
No,
yet.
but the ones you got, what date did you get it?
I can't give you all the dates because
Just
they
a
came.
ballpark.
Well, the last ones came last Friday,
And the first one?
probably a week before.
So it's about 2 weeks, you got that and you're sitting with that and these people
Because I
have
didn't
sent
have
it.
anything else, yeah.
Well, the thing
said
is,
you just
though,
got 'em
what
today.
you gotta understand, is if they're not communicating to Lois Jean what they've sent to you guys, there's no way for us, unless we got a Ouija board up our backside, to know what the hell you get in the mail. You know, so that's kinda understandable, that's the confusion and the frustration. So, we need to bring in the engineer, so they answer their questions.
I think
Because
that's-
it's not
But
our
I think
job,
we
it's
can
their
get
job, that's
all
what the hell they're
from-
getting paid for.
But it's Lois Jean's handwriting for the village of Watson on the address for every individual.
Well,
Yeah.
well,
But it's,
well
so
and
it
good,
came
but
from
still.
her office, because it's
Yes,
got the
I
village,
did you
addressed
guys
them.
know?
and
I
she
addressed
addressed
them,
them.
yes.
That's what she was told, with interest as
Yeah.
of today, would be 51,760.17.
And we have 3 more.
Mm-hmm.
And how much, what's the face value of those without interest?
Face value without interest would be. He doesn't actually tell us what face value.
And you're saying what the CD was? Is that what you're asking? Yeah.
Oh, that's
$50,810.
That's the one that
That's the
matures.
one you just gave us.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay,
What's
the other 3.
The other 3, I'd have to look
we
those
gotta
up.
go pull those if we're gonna.
You need to tell us how much money the city has, because
Okay.
last month, no one could answer that question.
Okay, yeah, we
Can
can
you
look
pull
at it.
those?
Like I said, I'd have to
This
call the
month
banks
too,
if
they
you
can.
wanted the
Pardon?
interest.
This month too.
Yeah, yeah, this month too.
That should be the treasurer's report, shouldn't it?
What's that?
Are they 10,000, are they $15,000 CDs, are they?
They're different. One's like 37, et cetera, whatever. They're basically the same that were here when you were here, Kylie. The only thing is that we took 25,000 out of the one to start that water sewer savings. Otherwise, the CDs are the same.
We asked for a treasurer's report, I think it was almost a year ago, instead of shut-off notifications. I think it's been about a year since somebody first asked if we could see a treasurer's report every month.
I
But
asked.
I know
asked
you
that
did
question,
too
yeah.
recently, but
Yeah.
we still haven't got one. Is there a reason for that?
We'd have to ask the treasurer. I believe it's the treasurer's responsibility, and it's been asked.
Does it- so it probably doesn't do any good to bring it up again then.
25,000 off of the CD.
I would imagine that right now.
Sewer and water savings, is that what you said? Or did I miss?
Was it 25,000?
25, I don't
It's in the
have a number.
council minutes to get the
Yeah.
exact amount.
So what would be the purpose of taking money off of the CD to put into another savings account?
I don't think we moved it to savings, I think we put it in the general fund. didn't
No,
No,
it was
we
to
haven't-
keep,
Or-
to
no,
keep
no,
the
no.
savings
Right,
account
yeah.
open.
we? Yeah.
And for a business loan, you have to open up a business savings has to start with
Well,
25,000.
that's still like $18,000 difference. From
Yes.
43 to 25.
Yes.
And then if you could also tell us how much money the city has. We asked that question last month, and it was not answered.
Do you want like a copy of the financial statement? or-
Well, how much money does the city have? How many
Okay.
CDs do we have? What
Yes.
are they worth? How much is in the checking
Okay.
account, the savings account for the sewer? How much money do we have?
Okay.
And does the city have a budget?
No.
We're gonna talk about that too. That was the other thing, we do have to decide a date for a budget meeting.
You might as well decide now.
Do you want to incorporate a budget meeting along with that other one that we want to set up?
I don't know if you can.
Excuse me,
Yeah,
sir,
you can.
I didn't quite hear that clearly. Did you say that the city did not have a budget?
There's not been a budget set for this year.
You mean for 2009?
They set a budget up last year for 2009.
No.
That's why I said the one for
We're
2000.
setting up a budget for 2010.
Okay, did you have one for 2009? I want to make sure I'm clear.
I don't know, because I didn't set it up the year prior like it's supposed to be.
But don't you carry over?
I wasn't on the council last year, man.
Okay, is that something the treasurer could answer?
I would imagine she should be able to.
See that?
Madam Treasurer?
Gone.